Welcome to the Real News Extra. My name is Fred. I'm the operations manager here at RELAW APC. And joining me today is Jennifer Felten, the principal and founder of RELAW APC. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi, Fred.
So the main article involves the Corporate Transparency Act, and there was an enforcement injunction. How does this new recent Texas court ruling affect the Corporate Transparency Act and primarily small business owners?
Right. So we've been talking about the Corporate Transparency Act for a couple of years. It's a law that regulates small businesses and requires reporting relative to the ownership of those small businesses.
Right.
The law went into effect in January, and the reporting deadline was scheduled to be December 31st of this year.
Got it.
This court case did not stop FinCEN from wanting to collect information or the law to be invalidated. The law is still in place. But the enforcement ability of FinCEN to penalize people for not filing on time is currently enjoined, so they can't enforce the penalties.
So what are you recommending for owners to do if they've not yet filed their beneficial ownership information reports?
Though the deadline, the stick of the deadline,
Right.
the enforcement is gone, the deadline still exists. The law hasn't been invalidated. And so I'm still encouraging people to file if they need to before the end of the year.
Got it. And what is your long-term vision of the Corporate Transparency Act's viability?
So the case takes the position, the judge in the case, in analyzing it for injunction purposes, took the position that it's unconstitutional. Like there's enough there that he's very concerned about the constitutionality of the Corporate Transparency Act. His arguments all center around the Commerce Clause and what federal government areas they can regulate versus state law, right? Back to constitutional formation, all those kinds of concepts.
Okay.
So a lot of people think that it will get thrown out and it'll be gone. I don't think that's the case. We are in a political environment where nobody's getting along in Washington, but the one thing that both sides can agree on is they want our information. And so if it does get thrown out, a new law will get passed. It will come back in a new form, and the government will be wanting to and will be collecting this information. I just think they'll have to do it in a different way if this version of the law gets thrown out.
So better safe than sorry. Go ahead and file the report, get it in.
That's the position I'm taking. I think it'll actually get upheld, but even if it doesn't, it'll come back in some form at some point.
Got it. Thank you. And thank you for joining us on this episode of the Real News Extra. If you're enjoying content such as this, I invite you to click on like or subscribe, and of course, ring that little bell for future notifications. My name is Fred. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.